what's up everyone, it's your boy Carl back at it again. New video, same brand, y'all already know. I hope y'all doing well on this Sunday morning. You're ready to grind art. Like always, I'm ready. So, today is day 48, right? I'm not sure. I need to remember real quick. Let me check. Yeah, day 48 of the daily art grind. And yeah, sorry for yesterday's video that was really shorter than usual. And it was a time lapse. Let me lower the music loud. And yeah, I'm not loud enough on my side. Yeah, I really need to have something to hold my mic closer to my mouth. But anyway, sorry for the yesterday video. It was really shorter than usual because I was really tired yesterday. I didn't have the energy to make a video to be on camera and comment and everything, all the stuff that I'm doing usually for an hour, you know. So I just decided to focus on just doing the art and make it as a time lapse. It was an hour session, but you know, with the time lapse, all this stuff, it became a time lapse. You know, it was faster. But yeah, today, you know, we're gonna do a full lengthy video. So today is the last day of week 7, and so even though week 7 is the last day of week 7, we're gonna still continue doing dynamic poses, dynamic angles, and all stuff. But this week, for the coming week, for week 8, we're gonna focus more on doing a lot of foreshortening, we're gonna do a lot of scaling, a lot of perspective stuff. So you're gonna see in a couple of seconds here. I'm just gonna bring up my references here. We're gonna draw a lot of forced perspective, we're gonna do a lot of scaling. So we're gonna have a lot of part that's bigger than usual because of the position of the camera. For example, I got 3 references here. So I got this pose here. You can see the head is bigger, and as we go down, it goes smaller. This one is not that bad, but you know, we still have a low angle that you don't usually see people in, you know. And another one where the hands is the main focus of the camera, the main subject of the camera, you know. And yeah, so this coming week I'm gonna look for references and where the angles are really that forced perspective that got a lot of scaling. Since this is the type of illustration that I like to do as well for my print and all this stuff, I think it's a good thing to practice to draw character in. And yeah, even though like most of the time I'm gonna draw mostly neutral views, or at least like like not that extreme of angles, but when it comes to illustration prints, I like to force the perspective to make something really dynamic and more interesting, you know. So this is why I want to start practicing this as well for this week, and that was one of the goals, you know, for the week, to draw dynamic angles and dynamic poses. So last week we focused more on dynamic poses and a bit of dynamic angles, because some of the poses didn't have a forced perspective. Some of them as well, high angle, low angle as well. But man, sorry, sometimes something stuck in my throat. Pause. But so yeah, we had some high angle, low angle perspective and sketches, but they weren't forced like that. Compared there was only one sketch where I drew my OC Maisie. I think it was day 43 or 44, one of those 2 days, where the perspective was really forced because it was a 5-point perspective, fisheye view. So this is why the perspective was forced, but that was the only one that I did for the week. The rest of the week, it was like, you know, it was pretty tame, you know, even though we got low angle, high angle. So today, we're gonna do what we usually do with the figure drawings. We're gonna do those 3 poses using the proportional character I'm gonna draw today. And today, the character I'm gonna draw is not a character from my comic. Surprisingly, it's gonna be Kanon Tachibana from the world, from Neo, the world ends with you. One of the games that inspired my art style, that inspired my art aesthetic, the art style that I've been studying since the past 6 weeks or 7 weeks. And yeah, and I decided to draw a character that's not from my manga today because yesterday it was the 17th anniversary of the world's end with you series, and I was a fake. I didn't do any artwork for it. So I wanted to catch up for today, and draw. To take the opportunity to draw a sketch of one of my favorite characters of the game. You know, well, when it comes to the female cast, I wanted to draw Kanon Tachibana, and actually it's a tie between Kanon and Shoka, but I've drew Shoka a lot this past few months, years, since the game came out. So and I've just drawn Tachibana once or twice, or the only time I drew her was when I was doing an art style study of Tetsuya Nomura. So I wanted to make an actual fan art or a sketch fan art of her, using practicing my dynamic angles, my dynamic perspective, and all this stuff. So yeah, so this is the character we're gonna draw today. So like I was gonna do a breakdown of the shape language of the character, and after that we're gonna use those shapes, those forms to draw the poses, to draw the proportion of the character in question. And yeah, so like always, you know, take your pen, your paper, your tablet, or whatever you need to draw. Let's grind together. Don't sit there for the next hour or two doing nothing. Gotta grind the art or grind that plan, that project that you've been working on, or that you've been working on, or that you are actually working on for the next hour or two. So yeah, so let's get started, shall we? Let me just adjust my references in front of me. Alright, okay. So first, we're gonna do the breakdown. Tetsuya Nomura's heads, mostly, you know what? I'm gonna change myself. I'm gonna sketch in a way, not in a way, I'm gonna sketch exactly as the style is, you know? I'm not gonna try to do my version of it, because my aesthetic is really based on Tetsuya Nomura's line work and shape language. So if that's the case, I should be able to draw exactly on this style. And to be honest, I can. You know, I've proven myself multiple times that I can draw in this style. Except when it comes to the coloring, maybe, and maybe some adjustment here and there that I can do better. But I've proven myself a lot of times that I can draw exactly like Tetsuya Nomura in the South Neil Ones with you. So that will be my goal for today as well. We're gonna do good sketches, and we're gonna draw exactly as the style of Tetsuya Nomura. That will be like the perfect combination of master study and character drawing practice. As you know, we haven't been doing any master studies since week 6. Week 6 was the last week of when we're doing the master studies. Because the sixth first week was to learn how the artists draw their features for the body, you know, using sample poses and all the stuff for each step. So the first 2 weeks was how those artists were drawing their heads. Week 3 and 4 were how those artists draw the torso, the upper body, you know, with the head also. And week 5, 6 were how they draw full bodies, how they draw the legs, the feet, and all this stuff, you know. And after that, during those 6 weeks, we learn how they draw the stuff. And now for the rest of the last 4 weeks, we're focusing only on drawing ourselves, you know, drawing our own stuff, while applying everything that we learned from those artists that we've been studying for the past 6 weeks. Okay, and so for the torso, they have a long butt. They have a long upper body and longer lower body as well. Like this. And she got wide hips. There's really a lot of emphasis on her hips. And of course, we only see her legs with the jeans, but I assume the jeans are really like the top is actually on the hips, on the glutes and everything. But for the rest of the leg, I think the legs are floating in the middle of the jeans, so the jeans are baggy, and she got thinner legs. Of course, they're gonna be proportioned by the size of their hips, that's for sure. So maybe it's gonna be thick like this at the top, but thin at the bottom. And I keep forgetting that I can use the symmetry ruler for this. what? Let me just do it right now. So it's not really it's not really centered. Not centered. How about we start from scratch? So we have a statement to do that. We got a good base, but a good blueprint for the body. Yeah, I'm so used to not use tools to make my studies that when I'm doing a step that doesn't necessarily need me to try hard, I keep forgetting that I can use those tools. At the bottom, at the top, and thinner at the bottom. No, take at the top, thinner at the bottom. That's better. Shape. Upper torso. Okay, so that's just the shape language that we're gonna use for the character. So we gotta translate that in those in the 3D when drawing those you know the drill at this point. We've been doing this for a week. Alright, so first pose. This one with the head as the main element of focus. That's gonna be interesting, because before I even studied my fundamentals and all this stuff, I always thought that this art style was 2D. It wasn't 3D. Like when I was looking at it, I'm like, yo, like if someone would say, yeah, you have to use forms are 3D. But when I'm looking at this, I don't see forms. Everything is flat. But then I understand that it's flat because it's the aesthetic, but it's not actually flat. There's actually it's actually forms. If you pay attention to the line work, all the stuff, the line works create that 3D effect, that 3 dimension, the shading, the way all the stuff is done. But the aesthetic look flat in general, because if you play the games, the characters move in a flat dimension, like like when they're interacting. They move like they were paper, like Paper Mario type shit, but they actually are 3D, It's like, think or another one. I'm pretty sure if you play Super Smash Bros, I'm sure a lot of y'all were surprised when they saw the 3D model of Mr. Game & Watch. And if you know who's Mr. Game & Watch, it's the flat black character, that you could play in like a small consoles. It's actually a 3D model. It's just a 3D model that's been made in a horizontal vertical. How you say horizontal? But yeah, if you look at it this way, it's 3D. But when you play the game, you play him like this, so it looks 2D, but it's actually 3D like this. And the first time I saw this, I was like, what? So even a flat character is 3D. Huh, interesting. Yeah. Position, camera, canvas, not the camera. Canvas, and so I can be easy for you to draw the jawline and all this. Okay, now draw the part that are the trapezius, but we ain't drawing the anatomy yet. We're just drawing the shapes and forms. Right. Chest. Directly, that's her leg. Oh shit. Oh yeah, and yesterday video you probably saw me. Well, if you watched the video yesterday, you saw that I did a different practice yesterday. I didn't draw any poses. Well, I drew poses for the performance practice. It was more like a redraw for a test that I did last week. I drew a lot of shapes together, combined them together to create abstract things, you know. And this is a good practice that you can do. Actually, not that you can do that. I think you should do if you want to learn how to construct the human body more easily. So you can, you know, you don't have to have a specific goal when it comes to that. Let me show you. So yeah, if you do this often, it will be easy for you to do things like this. You know, draw the human body, because human body you're gonna use typically use most of the time the same forms over and over to build the human body. But before you're able to do that, you have to be comfortable. Well, you don't have to be comfortable doing this, but doing this is a precursor to how you build a human body, or not just a human body, but just build everything. You know, if you want to create a city, create a building, to make prop designs, vehicles, you know, all this stuff. You know, because everything in art is just a combination of shapes and forms. Heck, even at some point, I drew a cube and I drew this pyramid here. And this is typically a face, you know, that I've drawn. I just, you know, I will just have to reshape this as a proper skull and I will have a face here, you know? And yeah, so draw a lot of shapes together, your cubes, pyramids, cylinders, spheres, and organic shape as well. You know, it's good to draw organic shapes because it can be good for you to do that when you start focusing on drawing more environmental stuff. You know, when you want to draw nature, because nature is really organic. There's no solid shapes. Well, there's solid shapes, but I mean, like, there's no shapes that are perfectly squared or perfectly 90 degrees. Those are man-made shapes, you know. Nature is really like organic, so you want to be also comfortable drawing things like this, like that are melting together, or just curvy shape, you know, like this. So yeah, you want to be comfortable doing those things, and also, you know, if you want to draw a tail, you can do something like this as well. It's really good. So yeah, do a practice like this, you know, fill a page or two of doing those, and you know, you're gonna be more comfortable combining shape together. Of course, you can be more cleaner than this. You know, mine is really a mess. But yeah, you can you know, practice doing this, it will be easy for you to start drawing the human body, just building the figure of the human body. Then after that, you will have to learn the anatomy, of course. You know, there's no escaping anatomy. You, no matter what you do in art, you will have to learn anatomy at some point. You know, you won't have to study it as deep as I do, but you will have to learn anatomy at some point. You can't escape. You can't escape it. And people that say that you don't need to learn anatomy to draw human body, they are lying to you. They're just lying to you. Because I understand the concept of, oh yeah, but you don't need to learn the anatomy because, you know, you're gonna draw clothes on top of it, you know, so you won't even see the body. But look, okay, yeah, you might be right. You won't see the body or the anatomy of it. But look, if you want to draw convincing folds, or you want to draw the right topography for the clothing, you have to learn how the clothing interact with the body under that, you know. Unless you're always drawing characters that got baggy clothing, at this point I think you just need to learn how gravities work on baggy clothing. But even then, I think I'm learning how to draw a good base for the body is important, you know. And let's say you want to draw a tight suit for a character like Spider-Man and all this stuff. If you don't know your anatomy, you will do like folds or anatomy landmarks that are not accurate, you know. And yeah, so that's one thing. And another thing is that when you're going to decide to make your swimsuit edition for your characters, you know, let's say you want to make a swimsuit for your husbandos or swimsuit for your waifus, there's a lot of skin exposed, a lot of body part exposed. So if you don't know how to draw this anatomy part and to make it convincing that's a part of the body, it's not gonna look great. So yeah, you, like I said, you don't need to study anatomy deeply, but you need to have a certain knowledge of anatomy. You will need it. So stop looking for tutorials that tell you how you can draw good characters without learning anatomy, because it won't. It doesn't. It's a scam. It's a scam. You're wasting your time. And this time that you're wasting to look for tutorials to learn how to draw the human body without learning anatomy is the time that you can have put to learn the actual stuff, so you can draw good human bodies. And look, I know it's gonna be a long process, but it's all part of the game, you know. Everything about art takes time. There's nothing about art that comes quick. Yeah, you might have quick gains if you're just getting started, because you're just getting started, you know. When you just start something new, all the stuff that you're doing, you're gonna fail a lot, but you're gonna learn easily and you're gonna level up easily because you're just getting started, you know. It's like in Pokemon, you know, when you're level 1 or level 5, I think you start level 5 with Pokemon with your starters, you know, you level up quick, right? Because, you know, all the Pokemon that you fight are same level, right? So you are about the same level or higher level than you a little bit, you're 2 levels higher than you, but you gain quick XP, you level up fast and all this stuff. And it's the same thing with art, you know. You start at level 1, you do stuff that you never drawn before. Yes, it's gonna look scuffed, but you're gonna learn fast, you know, because you're new to this. But as you keep progressing your art journey, everything's gonna start to slow down because, you know, you already got all the newbie gains. So you'll need to either go back to the basics and relearn how to do them better, or you just have to do something that's outside your comfort zone when you draw stuff, you know. Like if you always draw portraits in the front view and you're stagnating, well, start drawing portraits from 3/4. Then after that, start drawing portraits in the side view, so on and so forth, you know. That's how you're supposed to play the art game. Yeah. Take your time to study your stuff. At the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna be proud of yourself of doing all this art stuff in the beginning, because later on you'll be able to focus on just create and taking less about the technical stuff. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do as artists when we level up, is that we take the time to learn all the complex technical part of the art, or, you know, all the fundamentals at least of art, So later on, we can just focus on the creative aspect of it, the technical stuff. And fun fact, there's people that have been focused so much on the technical stuff that all they're good at is the technical stuff, but they're bad at the creative part of the art. So their art is not appealing to them. Even though like they have the best techniques in the world, their art is not appealing to for them because they don't have any creative aspect. They didn't work the creative part of it. That's why you need to balance techniques and creative process of your art when it comes to art practices. Like yeah, focus on your fundamentals, but also think a bit of the creative aspect of it. All technique, no sauce is bad, and all sauce, no technique is bad as well. You have to have a balance. Balance is everything. And that almost happened to me last year when I was so focused on the technique that I stopped thinking about the sauce part. And by sauce, I mean like the style and all this stuff. You know, all the things that people like to focus on in the beginning. Like, I want to find my art style. Oh, okay, cool. But did you practice your fundamentals? No. Okay, well, focus on the fundamentals, then think about the style after. And ironically, I think this year I got the reverse of my situation of last year. Is that now I've got okay. I'm not saying I'm all sauce no technique, but it's just that um I feel like right now the my style is carrying me in my art. So that I realized like my style is carrying me, and my techniques are starting to fall off, which I don't like. Like they're not falling off, but it's just you know like a lot of stuff that I'm doing can be easily fixed if I just focus on the technique more. Which is why I'm doing all this stuff right now, like taking the time on the sketch, so I can focus on the fundamentals, and then later on, then I'll focus on all the cool stuff. I'm not drawing any details. I'm just drawing shape and forms, fundamentals and fundamentals. That's it between the three references that I picked today. I don't know which one I'm gonna draw the character in. Let's do a second. Lucky want to draw the design that she got, the pre-design stuff before they officialize her design. But the older design were one was because she had a different role in the story. I like the color palette of this one. We'll see once I finish with all the poses. Remember the head practice that we did? We're putting this into practice here. The head angles. That we curving things properly. That's another one of my weaknesses, that I don't curve things properly. Meaning, like, I don't curve like at the right perspective. But yes, I got the proper forms, but I don't get the proper perspective. That's a issue of mine. Honestly, don't know how much we see here of this. I'm just going with, just guessing at this point because she's wearing a skirt. The reference I'm looking at. I'm just going with the little bit of knowledge that I have when it comes to drawing pelvis in perspective using sample forms. So I assume that that's how much we see pelvis. This way are low angle. This way. That's definitely a pose that I can see Kanon doing that fit her personality and her vibe. I'm doing another because I wanted to show the head. Beautiful head that I've drawn. Arm is going that direction. Okay, yeah. That's one trick that the anatomy book that I'm using to study anatomy give is to draw the hand first, position of the hand where the hand is positioned first. Then after that, from there, connect the arm. It's easier to connect the arm after. And indeed, it's kind of true. Though most of the time I draw the arm first before drawing the hands. But there's a situation like this one where I draw the hand first. Let's not forget that in this style, the characters have skinny arms. Unless you're a big dude, buff dude. Most of the characters have skinny arms. Between the index and the middle finger. Because of our breast, we won't be able to see the side of the shoulder. I'm gonna draw it anyway because I don't draw the breasts in this phase yet. Well, I think I should draw them. Okay, that's the second pose. Now the last one for the day. Then after that, like I was gonna take a small break. Then we're gonna be back. We're gonna draw the character in question for the day. And one of those poses. Okay. Like always. And this is just a theory of mine, but I think if you're good at drawing shapes in perspective and other stuff, I think it doesn't matter where you start drawing. Which part of the human body you decide to start drawing first. I think. I'm not sure. Like, I think it will take more than just knowing how to draw shapes in perspective. Forms in perspective, I mean. I think it will take more than that. I think it's just a sense of organization. Some type of organization of the shape, composition of the shapes, and also a sense of space awareness. I think it's a combination of all those things. It will help you able to draw many forms, many shapes, in any pose of for the character. Because thinking of speaking, it would be better for the pose I'm drawing right now. It would be better to draw the hand that's close to the camera first, then from there going down towards the head. Sorry, from the head and grow out the hands towards the camera. I can imagine many artists going that way instead. That sphere ain't sphering, boy. It's gonna be a tricky. Of course, that's downwards like this. The goal is really challenging, but this is what we were looking for. Looking for challenging dynamic poses, dynamic angles. If you always run away from art stuff, you'll never be able to create the dope stuff that you always see on the internet, you know? Like I'm pretty sure you saw all those images multiple times and say, man, I really want to create shit like this, but it's so hard. But look, those people that do those things, they said the same thing, but the only difference between you and them is that they said it was hard, but they still did it. And they did it multiple times until they get it right. That's the only difference. So you can say it's hard and still do the thing until it's not hard anymore, or say it's hard, run away from the challenge and never level up. Me personally, I will never run. Personally, ain't no bitch. And look, right now I'm not even sure what I'm doing. Like I'm looking at the reference and I'm going with what I'm saying, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it properly, you know. And look, even if you're not doing it, do the thing properly, it doesn't matter. Just ask for feedback after that and say, okay, look, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right or if I'm doing this wrong. Or can you give me some pointers or something like that? As someone that's, you know, ask a art colleague. Is that a thing? Art colleague? You know, how you call those things? Those people again? Mutuals. Yeah, ask your mutual. You know that, or ask someone that has more experience than you in the field. And if they have the time of day, I'm pretty sure they're gonna help you out. They're gonna help you out and give you the pointers. And if they don't, well, look for someone else. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of communities out there, Discords, Facebook groups if you're still using Facebook, or other type of groups of people that can help you, that can give some pointers when it comes to getting better at art. But ask for actual feedback, you know, not a roast session, you know. Like if the person, if all they do is roasting your artwork, they're not helping you. You know, they just try to bring you down. I don't think I will move the ball. Look, because it won't be able to see it. I think I should much on that. That would be a super good pose for the time when I was doing the Hyperbolic Art Grind Push challenge last year, where my main focus for the entire month was just drawing hands. I think I had this pose saved with my for one of the poses I want to draw, but I think I found another one that fit the character more, like that. Most of the time, I find good poses to draw something, but the only reason why I don't use it to draw is because either the character I'm drawing doesn't fit the pose that I'm drawing. I'm like, never mind, I'm not gonna use this. I wish I had it ready to draw. Bigger and closer. Like this. But I think I'm gonna draw in this pose. I want to challenge myself because this one is too easy. This one is, you know, similar to most of the poses that I've drawn so far, but this one is really like, you know, I feel like I'm really pushing myself here. Like I'm gonna get some XP, a lot of experience point from this pose. I think I'm gonna draw in this. I think I'm well drawn. I see, talking about organic forms earlier. You know, when I use other fingers, doing something like this. Well, okay, you have 5 fingers, but you get the gist of it. Just the shape itself, you know, like I don't draw just a line like this. I'm actually doing an actual blobby shape. But later on, I'm gonna convert it into fingers. You know? The same thing for the thumb here. So it looks scuffed right now, but you get the gist of it. I know I'm gonna struggle to draw her breast in this angle because I am hella weird. Never draw those in Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Now it's just yeah, figured out how I'm gonna draw the breast here. The head can be. For the shape of the head I'm drawing here. This face is better. Other than that, yeah, I think I'm ready to draw a Kanon its entirety. I had a hard time to say it. But yeah, so first I'm gonna take a small break. So go take a break as well. Go stretch, drink some water, cause I know them lips are dry as fuck. So yeah, go drink some water, stretch, eat a snack if you need to. So and pause the video, and then when I'll be back, we're gonna come back with more strength so we can keep going with the ground. So we've been grinding for 56 minutes right now. So yeah, I think we're gonna go for another hour. For the time that I'm sketching this and all the details. So yeah, anyway, go take a break. I'll be right back. All right, we're back from the break. I hope y'all had a good one, and if you didn't take a break yet, go take one, man. It's important to take breaks when we do the grind so you can be more focused and more relaxed when you're doing this thing. So yeah, if you took your break, let's continue with the grind. So yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna use this pose here, the last one that we did for the figure drawing practice, to draw Kanon. So because I feel like I will level up during this one, even if it's not gonna be the best sketch that I'm doing. It doesn't matter. The goal here is really to push myself out of my comfort zone, push myself to see how well I can draw something, and from there, just improve the drawing, with the sketch and all this stuff. So yeah, but first I'm just going to save the canvas because I tend to never save. Well, I save, but just when I'm about to finish. I don't save while I'm doing the thing. That's for the... So before I start drawing, I just want to do something. Things that you do for the Loomis method. It's a bit too hard. Here just a line for the eyes. And the eyeballs. So as you remember, probably in the earlier in this video, I said I'm gonna draw exactly as the aesthetic of this album, meaning that I'm gonna do my best to replicate the same shapes, sorry, in the same forms for the features. Like the shape of the eyes, the nose, and also, well, of course, because the angle is gonna be different, but I'm gonna capture the likeness of the character aesthetically. That's the goal here. It's gonna be hard, but that's the fun part. Alright, let's get drawings. I'm gonna slightly erase those parts here. Let's go with 3. Oh, let's draw the eyes. No, I don't want to draw you. I changed file while I was zooming in. could be. Looks like she got a shoulder pad. Okay. That's her actual sleeve. That's I got a hole in her shoulder. Not to get Balor, you never saw these characters from the back view. It's always front view. Never seen them from the back. And 90% of the time it's always in a 3/4 view, rarely in the front view. Like the only times I saw those characters in the front view is because I have like a screenshot of the art book of the character designs, and some of the designs elements of the characters are in front view, but most of the character designs are 3/4 left, or sometimes right, but most of the time it's left. And 1% of the time you can see a side view. 1% of the time. And that side view is not a fully side view, it's just the head that's in side view, because the character is interacting or having an expression that they're doing it from the side view, from the head, but the rest of the body is a 3/4. That's my only pet peeve of this art book or art style in general, just that you only have specific views, and if you want to figure out, okay, what it looks like in the back view, but you have to figure it out yourself, I wish maybe for the original game they made on Nintendo DS, maybe they have if they made an art book, maybe they add back views and all this stuff, maybe because it was the first game, so they have to make a whole concept art for the character. But since it's a new game, Yes, there's new characters, and the newer characters have a lot of design elements. They have a lot of more of different design breakdowns. But the side characters, secondary characters, have only one pages of design, because they will just use those. Those are the only frames they're gonna use for the times they will appear on screen, and a bit of side design. Side design, like when they first created the character. So yeah, but we don't have a lot of information about this character. Oh shit, there's a back view for one character, but yeah, that's the only, because yeah, I remember because of the scene. There was this one scene where you saw this character from the back view. That's the only time you have back view design. So that's well. If it weren't me though, I will feed my people properly with a lot of design breakdown, like back view, side view, up view. Well, okay, I ain't go low and go. That'll be a stretch, but if I'll try at least to make an illustration of doing a high and go, low and go view of the character, so people can have an idea how the design will look like from those angles. But yeah, but oh well, that's just me though. But I'm still grateful that I found the screenshots of the full art book screenshot on the net, and I downloaded them because, bro, I saw the opportunity. I was like, yo, I ain't gonna waste it, because I know if I don't download it right now, later on I'll complain about, oh man, I remember this one time I found the art book, but I didn't download it because I was too lazy, la 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 la. So yeah, I got the art book just for myself. I think it's still you can still find it on the net though. Just write Neo the ones with you. Even Neo the ones, just write the one with your character designs, and you'll probably find a website that has the sprite for Nintendo DS. But on the same Google page, you will find the website that had the Neo 2 art book, screenshots of the art book with the creators' comments and all this stuff. Or you can always go to Creative Uncut, which is a website that got a lot of gaming artwork. This is where I go when I want to find a character that I can find Pinterest or all this stuff. Which example? This one. Oh, this perfect deal. I really don't like the face. Like, there's the body, I think I did it properly, but the face though, like the design of the face doesn't hit. Doesn't hit properly.
right in front of me. That's where I found an empty glass, reflecting that's a truth. It's telling words not to be told. I need that mask. I'm a shapeshifter at post masquerade, heart in both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. I can't tell you how to see me. Just a cage of bones. There's nothing inside. Will it unleash me, burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter at post masquerade, hide in both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
It's my XP pen. What you call this? The thing to make your settings in XP pen open by itself. I don't know what that actually. Alright, time to draw the hair. Then I'll go back to the face after. That face ain't facing. Yeah, no, that face doesn't hit the way I want it to hit. I think I realized that's my main struggle with Tetsuya Nomura art style. So far as to be able to redraw the facial features. Actually, most art style that I've studied so far, I always had a hard time to redraw the facial features exactly one to one. Like unless the art style is something that's really cartoony, I never was able to redraw exactly the facial features one to one as the artist. That's why I always do my own facial features, because I'm like, you know what? If I can redraw it properly, I'm just gonna do my own. I'm gonna try to match the style, the aesthetic, but I'm not gonna spend 1 hour just to draw this stuff that I can't redraw properly. But Tetsuya Nomura is the one that I got closer, at least. The same shape, same thing. Everything's just that the way it looks doesn't look right. And to be fair, I've been Tetsuya Nomura is the artist that I've been studying consistently since last year. So I think I'm starting to get better every time I'm trying his character in his style. You know, like when I'm actually doing actually draw his characters, I'm always like, you know what? So I'm drawing your character, and this is the style I'm studying in. I'm just gonna redraw it in the same aesthetic. I'm not gonna try to do my own, even though my own is based on yours. So at this point, I'm just gonna draw it in my your style. I'm gonna call it like that, in my your style. You won't see much of it. The thing about the irises is the irises that disturbing. Like I don't like the way I drew them. Like the shape of the eye itself, like the shape of the what do you call this, whatever, the skin part, the contour. This I'm good with that, you know, like it's all right. It's just the way I drew the irises I don't like. Alright, let's all go with that. Just the facial features that I don't like. Doesn't look the same as Tetsuya Nomura's. But for the rest of it, I think I pretty much nailed it. I think I pretty much nailed it. The rest of it. I think, wait. The head though. That was weird. I heard a cricket. I thought it was in the music. I was like, wait, since when there's a cricket in the music? But yeah, so that would be it for today, Daily Art Grind. So how long have we been recording? 1 hour 30 minutes? Okay. Sorry to get faster. I mean, I'm not rushing or anything, it's just that I realized that I'm getting faster. But I'm not gonna lie, when you do those type of poses, you tend to really, when you focus really on a lot of the shapes and the forms, you will be able to jump a lot of steps because you know, okay, this shape's gonna cover this one, but I'm still gonna draw the shape behind this big shape just to make sure that everything is proportionate and everything is well placed. And yeah, so I guess that's why it's faster to draw dynamic poses when you really focus on your fundamentals. Dynamic poses, dynamic angles. Well, I mean, this is dynamic poses as well because you know you got a nice curve going on here. Like if I turn this off, you got this going on. So it's really flowy, I will say. So yeah. But anyway, so thank you for coming to the daily art grind. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the daily art grind level 40. No, 49. Yeah, 49. And on stream on Twitch. So I stream on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. EST, and every Sunday at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. EST, or even or finishing earlier depending on how tired I am. These days I'm barely able to do my gaming stream because I'm always tired around those times, this time of the day. And yeah, so this week I'll be streaming to it. So by the time I put this video, I think I'll be I either be streaming or I will stream in a couple hours after this video is uploaded. So yeah, so feel free to join or stream to play. We'll play some game. We currently playing some Chrono Trigger. I'm having fun with this game. You know, I'm most of the part that I'm doing right now are parts that I already know or remember doing before I start playing this game. And yeah, but anyway. So like I always, you know, follow me on my social, Instagram, Twitter, website. This is where I post all my artworks. Also follow the YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel. We're almost close to hit the 100 subscribers. Man, I'm really surprised because for a while now I've been thinking, yeah, that's gonna be the whole cycle again. I'm make a YouTube channel and it's gonna take me like 3 years, 4 years to have 100 subscribers because my old YouTube channel, it took me four or 5 years to hit 100 subscribers. But now that I'm starting YouTube seriously, uploading daily, I'm getting subscribers. You know, I'm not getting a lot of subscribers daily, but you know, I'm slowly growing the channel, and we're about to hit 100 subscribers. So yeah, subscribe to the channel and leave a like to the video so it helps for people to discover my videos. And also, you can do the Discord. This is the best place to reach me or to interact with me. I'm always online. And yeah, you can reach me out in the Discord. You can share your own artworks, your art studies. If you're doing studies like these, feel free to share them. I would love to see your own art grind. And also, if you're working on a manga or a comic, share it to the Discord as well. And yeah, so all the things that I just said are in the description box below. And yeah, so like I always, keep grinding, take some break, it does like. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the daily art grind level 49 or later today on stream playing some Chrono Trigger. Alright, peace!